Welcome back, everyone. It's FNusa57 here. I am back on Black Ops 4, so the brand new Call of Duty, and today I will be showing you how to get the Pent-up-agon Achievement. It is a 15 gamer score achievement for the Classified Zombies map, and what you have to do is, in Classified, complete 5 consecutive rounds without leaving the war room elevator in a single match. It is relatively easy to get, but at the same time, it's relatively easy to miss. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the replay of the match that I did it in, since my capture card decided it didn't want to work when I was originally doing it. Basically, you can do this by yourself if you want. You can also do it with another player or multiple other players, and I would recommend doing it with at least one other person just to make it easy. Now, you don't have to do this on any specific round count, but I would recommend getting it done as early as possible just to make it as easy as possible. So the main thing, as with any zombies, is going to be points, and this is where the advantage of having a second player comes in, because you're going to have that additional 500 points when you start the game. So I don't have really much of anything unlocked. I only have a couple levels, so basically everything here is default, which shows that you can go ahead and complete this with the default equipment that's unlocked. Make sure you get the maximum amount of points from repairing the barriers each wave, because basically points is going to be the key thing. Points to get through this area as fast as possible. You're going to have 3 doors, 2 or 3 doors if I remember correctly, all at the 750 mark, and then you're going to have another one at the 1000 mark, and of course the actual cost for the elevator itself. If you're trying to get this done early, I would recommend the Burnt Out Elixir, which you should have that unlocked. You can do this later, as I said, after you get Pack-a-Punched weapons and things of that nature, but I would say it's more difficult to do later than it is to do right now. So basically, build up points until you have all of the office up here unlocked, working with your teammates so you can get it opened up as fast as possible, or just hog all the points yourself in the event that you're playing by yourself. Power-ups, pretty much all of them are fine to use except for nukes, unless it's like at the end of a wave. So this debris here in front of the elevator is 1,000 points, which is where you want to work with your partner if you're playing co-op to make sure that you have the 1,000 points and he has the 500 points, or vice versa, whatever works for you. I would not recommend buying a wall gun from up here, but you could do that if you wanted to. So what I will be doing is buying the wall weapon off the wall down in the war room. Obviously, a couple shots in melee for the kill is going to be your best option in terms of earning points. Once you have at least those 1,000 points and your partner has at least 500, it's time to move on. So get rid of that debris. And you don't want to kill the zombies with the elevator, so kind of make sure they're away from the elevator door. And then the person with 500 points buys the elevator. Now this is where it gets just a little bit tricky, because technically there's 2 elevators in the war room. This elevator is not the right elevator. In a way, it would be harder, but it would be easier if it was this elevator. However, that's not the case. So the elevator that you want is actually the one that connects to the lower level of the war room. Now there's debris in front of that for the cost of 1,000 points, which is where you're going to have to build up some more points. Technically, you can do this before you come down into the war room, but it's really up to you. Make sure you get a few shots on the zombies, melee for the kill, repair barriers, just all the normal zombies tips to go ahead and get as much score as possible. You could do this earlier if you started with a more powerful starting weapon, or maybe wanted to put on like a max ammo rare elixir or something of that nature. But I'm doing this without any of those things because I'm saving all of that for the actual Easter egg runs. Basically, the way that I'm doing this, you should be able to be in the elevator and ready by about wave 4 or 5, just depending on how many people you're playing with and how many people have to buy weapons. So right now I've only got a few zombies left, but I need to go ahead and get the 1,000 points to actually open the little nice elevator area. Now this is going to be your home, this elevator. Unfortunately, as you will notice, I've run out of ammunition. We actually both ran out of ammunition. So while you could attempt to do this with melee only, or you could attempt to do it with a max ammo and the starting weapon, I wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend coming over here and buying the ICR 7 off the wall. It costs 1,550 points. If you've been managing your points and you melee for the kill, you should have enough points by the end of round 4 for 2 players to buy that ICR 7. Once again, meleeing for the kill for those extra points is very important. I'm just trying to get an idea for how many zombies are left to make sure that mathematically we have enough points.
Let's show these meat puppets why I never made sergeant.
By the way, I'm playing with my friend DirtyBall69, so shout out to him for helping with these achievements. He's got his ICR 7. I just need to make sure I don't die, and then I'll grab my ICR 7. So there's only 2 zombies left on the map, but that is going to be enough points for me to go ahead and buy the weapon. Then we just have to hot foot it back to the elevator.
Great. Can we get back to killing now?
Now I have a few attachments on this weapon, but nothing too crazy. You'll also notice that round 5 has started, or technically it switched to round 5, but the zombies didn't start spawning yet, which at that point you should be good. It just depends on how quickly you get in to the elevator. This is where I would recommend using the burnt out elixir. If anything melee hits you, then you can go ahead and it gets instantly killed. It burnt up, which is pretty cool. Now you'll notice the yellow line on the bottom of the elevator floor where the elevator door is. Do not go past that line. Also, this is where having 2 players is nice because one player can watch the window while the other player watches the main door. Alright, so I'm going to do this in slow-mo. You'll see where Dirty's going to go up to for that nuke. And in my experience, it's very important you don't cross that line. See where his foot is? His foot is literally on the yellow line. And you can pick up the power-ups as long as you drop them right there. And you don't go past that yellow line. Like, you can be on the yellow line, but if you go past it, it seems to void the achievement from what I've been told. I've had other players say that they can go into the hallway and it doesn't void the achievement, but I attempted that and I didn't get the achievement. So it's best to not risk it. Be careful with your ammunition. You're going to have a little under 300 rounds. So use your grenades, but try to drop the power-ups in the elevator where you can actually get them. The reason why I mention this is it's very important for dog waves so that you can actually get the max ammo. Headshots obviously are nice. The ICR 7 is more than capable of being a 1 to 2 bullet kill at that point. And then just top off your ammo when you have time to reload the magazine. You will notice that I am using the EOTech optic, the holographic sight. I would not recommend using this in zombies. It's too much magnification. I would recommend using the reflex sight, or the great thing about the ICR7, it has good iron sights that don't take up a lot of the screen. You also, depending on your playstyle, might want to up your sensitivity. I only have my sensitivity on 7 at the moment, and it's a little bit sluggish for transitioning from target to target quickly. But that's personal preference, whatever you're comfortable with.
Fetch me their souls.
Now, dog waves are interesting because there's actually a bug, and I don't know if it was just because it was the first day or what exactly the case was, but there is an interesting bug that I found here with these dogs, and that is the fact that you can actually not have the final zombie spawn, which is weird. And that's exactly what happened to us right now. It's what we had happen. So the solution to that is to give it a few seconds and then kind of move forward in the elevator just to try and get the spawn point. And there you go. The last two just spawned. Now make sure you let them actually into the elevator. And this way when you kill them, the max ammo will drop in a location you can pick it up. Also be careful of that white panel on the elevator. If you're standing on the right hand side of the elevator, as I have been, it is very easy to accidentally hit the elevator button. I did not test whether or not that voids the achievement. I wouldn't think that it would since you remain in the elevator, but I wouldn't recommend testing it or wasting the points on it. Now, since we started at the very beginning of Wave 5, the achievement should unlock at the beginning of Round 10. That's 5 consecutive waves. You're allowed to use power-ups, you're allowed to use your ultimate, you're allowed to use grenades. You can do this later after you've turned on the power and you have pack-a-punched weapons. Like, it's not really difficult. It's just easily missed because of the 2 elevators, and most of the time people are training by the time they get pack-a-punched weapons. You'll notice I did just get hit, and it really didn't hurt me, but it consumed roughly 1/3 of the little green circle around the burnt out elixir. And that's why I like it, because it not only kills the zombie that melees you, but it kills any zombies that are immediately on top of you, which is pretty nice. It gives you a little bit of breathing room. And then we have one more round to go. Now, I showed you at the beginning of the video that I already had the achievement unlocked. So because this is the game recording the gameplay, it will not show the achievement itself unlocking. But I will tell you exactly when it unlocked for me.
True Cossack understand the importance of manual labor. Get domed, maggot balls. How you say, Dempsey? Hoorah, freak bag. Why freak bag? Hell pick, much more accurate descriptor.
And just try to get through the rounds as fast as possible.
That coming for a long ass.
And there you go. There's round 10. So right now the achievement unlocked for Dirty and myself. And after that point, you can go ahead and leave the elevator. You're good to go. You've got the achievement. Continue on playing or switch to another achievement, whatever you would like. Now, I should let you know that going for this achievement before going for the high office and power shortage or power problems achievement, this achievement will void those achievements. So you'd have to do those achievements first, which I have a separate video on, and then you can come do this achievement. In any case, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, make sure you ask. And if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like and share it, as that greatly helps out with the video's searchability. Until next time, stay frosty.
Watch Nikolai while he sleeps.
What's the matter, Nikolai? He say something mean about your wife?